Hey, all you lucky, cool cats and kittens. Jamie's gonna do something fun with Winter, and I can't wait to follow her along. Oh, my catness. What are you gonna do?
We're going to go out there and give her some new, fresh enrichment and pull the memory cards off of her cameras so that we can check them. And we're also going to check the camera trap that is set up for the wild animals out there.
Oh, so exciting. I can't wait to see what you got. Let's go. Do you need your camera or anything? You guys know I have just been so anxious for it to rain, and it's been raining a little bit off and on all day long, and that has been absolutely amazing, except that I just jumped onto my golf cart and my pants are wet because the seat was wet. That's really noisy out there. So what have you guys been doing this morning?
We took some x-rays of the dove that we take vet nearby to see it tomorrow.
Oh, hang on a second. Okay. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Well, I think they heard it all. It wasn't paused.
I forgot, though.
We did x-rays of the dove we got yesterday, and it's going to be going to a wildlife vet tomorrow to see if he can splint the leg. It's a tibia.
How you do that on a little teeny tiny leg?
It's a tibia-fibia fracture, and when we went to the rehab conference, they showed how they make like tiny little splints using paper clips, like opening them up. I don't know what they'll do there, but we'll see if that's the only thing wrong with her. They might be able to splint it, and then we would just give her cage rest. And if we had to do another splint change, bandage change while we had her, Dr. Justin said he would undo the wrapping so that he could kind of reverse engineer how it's done, so he could wrap it back up.
Nice. And why do you have a jar full of catnip and a bottle of Obsession?
This is for Winter's enrichment.
Ooh. Is Obsession her favorite?
I don't know.
We're going to find out. We had an appointment this morning, and Howie drove me into the sanctuary, and I left my bike at home, and I left on my bike the stabilizer. So I apologize that this is kind of herky-jerky, guys. I wish you guys could smell in here. I love walking into the enrichment barn because it smells like all kinds of spices and perfumes. Everything's so nicely organized. I'm always impressed, though. I mean, like, all of their stuff is all so organized.
I'm just going to grab a couple different colors of tissue paper and just make something really quick for her.
Jamie's feeling the pressure because I have a call at 4 o'clock, so I'm like, I gotta be out of here in 30 minutes. All of this craft stuff and no glue.
No, there's a whole glue cabinet.
Oh, a glue cabinet. That's cool. I love your shirt. Is that available anymore?
It should be.
Is that at bigcatrescue.biz?
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
If it's fixed.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys have trouble, actually. Email info@bigcatrescue.org if you have any trouble placing your order. I went in there yesterday and tried to fix the shipping, and I thought I fixed it, but then Erin told me this morning somebody had trouble, so we're not sure if it was because the person tried to order before I fixed it or if it was after I fixed it. If it was after I fixed it, I have no idea how to fix this, because I already got with their support team.
I don't have fancy enrichment time frame today.
Well, actually, I was just thinking I was such a horrible mother that I would just give Jamie a gift on her birthday and Christmas, and somebody got all over my case about the fact that I never wrapped anything. So I gave Jamie a roll of wrapping paper and told her she could just tear up the wrapping paper. And that apparently is not how mothers are supposed to do it. So the fact that you're actually making like this gift to send to Winter, it's like you turned out to be a better mother than I was. I'd be like, here's your catnip. Here's your bottle of perfume. Knock yourself out. This room that we're in is the enrichment barn, and every Wednesday we have volunteers who come in here and they make enrichment so that can be handed out during the week to the cats so that they always have something new and fun to play with. This is also where we store the tuna and salmon and all the stuff that they make the bloodsickles and popsicles out of.
Oh.
Overdo it a bit?
Yeah, I mean, just one spray. I'm allergic to a lot of the perfumes.
And you have such a sensitive nose. Whenever we go out looking for a bobcat that somebody says has been hit by a car, I can always count on Jamie to be able to sniff the air, just like a hound dog, to know whether or not there's a bobcat in the area. It's just freakish.
Okay. So the lunch.
Fancier than any of the lunches you ever got.
I'll clean up later.
That's what they all say. Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, there's
Some fancy stuff going on in here. Washington bound. Guess what the theme is there, everyone? You got a sneak peek. I probably shouldn't have shown that. Act like you're surprised when you see it.
Another dove in rehab. Right when we got done going out to buy some food for the dove with the broken leg, we heard a call over the radio that there was a crow picking doves out of the nest at food prep.
Were they babies?
Yeah, fledglings. They have most of their feathers, and sadly the crow pretty much ate one of the doves. But the other dove was on the ground by the coolers. So we picked it up and took it to the rehab hospital for now while the crow's in the area. We might try to re-nest it or put it back on the ground over there for the parents to find it.
And would the parents just not even try to protect against a crow since they don't really have the size or beak?
I mean, I don't know that much about it, but I guess they are smaller than the crows. And as far as taking care of the babies, if they look like they were about the age that they would leave the nest. So once they leave the nest, the parents won't feed them for a couple more days on the ground. So hopefully it will be fine on its own, but we're looking into it. Just removed it from the situation at the time so it didn't get eaten by the crow. It's very gross.
Open up and rain?
Yeah.
I woke up to the sound of rain on my lanai, and then when I went outside, it was like, because it's metal, it sounded like it was real rain, and it was just like mist that was making the noise. It was hardly even rain. What is that?
That's a little blue heron.
That's so cool. I've been surprised that Winter was as playful as she is.
Yeah, she really seems to enjoy all the different enrichments, and even though she has mobility issues, it doesn't seem to hinder her playfulness. It doesn't get her down.
Do you need me to hold all that stuff? If I hold the block. Boy, that smells good. Big ol' sniff. So predictable. That blue heron just came up there. You said blue heron, right? You said blue heron, right?
Yeah.
It's down there now. So I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see nosy Miss Winter watching from right there at the bottom of that den. You can see her little ears sticking out. What are we doing down here? Jamie's taking all your fun stuff. Jamie's picking up all of the enrichment from last week.
We were just in here yesterday. She had all the toys off the bed, so she's been up there doing stuff.
Can she get up there?
On the bed?
Up there.
No. We took the ramp down when she moved in just so she didn't accidentally go up there and fall. So I'm going to pull the memory cards.
She's still down there. Oh, I can't wait to see what's on these cards. It'll be so fun watching her. I'll let you guys actually watch her in real time there. That's her little ear and half of her face sticking out from around the den. Can't tell if she's in it or behind it. Oh, now you're tucked down. I can't see you. What is that? Are those snake skins?
Yeah, I put them in here yesterday.
I hope you did. Oh, wow. I didn't realize there was one right there.
Yeah, we keep moving it around to get different angles, and since she seemed to be playing on the bed a lot, we put one facing down at her.
So is that a new angle we haven't seen before? I can't wait. Bye-bye, Winter. For people who don't know Winter or her story, can you tell them what's going on with her?
Winter's a wild bobcat that we got a year ago in January. She was found in the front yard of a residence. And it looked like she had been hit by a car. When we got her here and began to observe her, she has all of the symptoms of FLM. I can't do two things at once.
Sorry. No. She's gonna do my shoes. I just can't balance well enough to do two things at once.
FLM is feline leukomyelopathy, and it's a neurological disorder affecting the Florida panther and wild bobcats. And it basically just makes them very ataxic. They walk like they're drunk, and they lose a lot of muscle mass, and then they're not able to have enough coordination to hunt, and they end up starving to death in the wild. So when winter came here, we thought she would probably die very shortly after she was rescued, but she's lived over a year now in captivity. And
what treatments do you give?
She's on steroids. We just decreased the dose. It seemed to help in the beginning, but it doesn't really seem to have an effect much anymore. Let me go here and check this camera. But there's no test for FLM. They don't know really what it is, what causes it, or how to treat it. So they're doing research on it. Hopefully they'll get some answers within her lifetime so that she can get a treatment for it, if there is.
This is like the first time ever that we have had no bobcats in rehab. Winter is no longer considered a rehab cat. The Florida Wildlife Commission has released her to permanent placement because of her issues. But we always have cats in rehab this time of year, and this year we don't. And we're afraid that it could be because FLM has so dramatically impacted their populations in the wild that we're not seeing bobcats hit by car or even orphaned because of the fact that they're just not surviving this disease.
Yeah, there's really no telling how many out there are affected by it. And how many cats people think were hit by car, but maybe they just have FLM because they're stumbling around and not able to walk. So who knows?
But we're not even getting those calls for the most part.
Not really. We've only had, I think, 2 calls this year.
That's crazy.
And no orphan calls. And there's not a lot of other rehab places that have been getting bobcats either. So it could just be a weird lull, or it could be FLM. It could be a lot of things. People playing on their phones when they're driving. They don't see the cat on the side of the road.
That's sad.
Yeah. So the last camera we checked was the camera we have set up outside of the rehab enclosures to see what kind of animals are visiting Winter. So last time we got a possum and some brown fur that looked like maybe a bobcat.
That did look like a bobcat.
We know that there's wild bobcats in the area. We see them on our security cameras. So this one's been out there for over a week. So we'll see right now if we got anything on it.
I can't wait. I need to get all that stuff out of the front basket of my cart because that's just making way too much noise.
It is very squeaky.
I think it's making the noise. I tried the other day while I was live to read off that list of animals that you had on your list, and every time I would scroll over or slide over to the email, it was dropping the signal. How many of them can you name off the top of your head?
The birds or the mammals?
All of them.
I mean, just today we saw northern Karula at Priya's cage. It's a small warbler. It's blue on its back and it's got a really yellow throat.
That sounds pretty.
And then yesterday we saw a great crested flycatcher. But we've been adding to our bird list every day, and we have over 50 birds that we've listed on there so far.
Wow.
And we just started working on this list like about a week ago.
Can you lift that so I can throw this in? Oh, thank you. Here or here? We're going to see what's on the cards. So a lot of times when you go and set your trail cam up in the woods, all you get are moving branches or lots and lots of squirrels and raccoons, and not some of the more rare creatures. But because of where these are located, I think we're going to see some very cool stuff. I'm going to turn off the overhead light so that there's no glare. While she's getting that set up, I can take you on a tour of Jamie's artwork.
All right, I'm ready to open this folder.
Well, that was fast. Drum roll, please.
Oh, it's this kind of camera, huh?
Where you can't see them. Is there a cure for that?
PC instead of Mac. So, should be able to just see on the thumbnail without playing. These are all videos. So we see like a little squirrel there. I can make this a little bit bigger. Oh, another squirrel.
What did I say about squirrels just now?
All right, this one looks interesting. So
it looks like a bobcat ear. What is that?
Is that it? Nope, it's just being still. I'm not 100% sure if it's the squirrel or the bird. Sometimes we get lizards that sit on the front of the camera. Looks like that's at the end of that, so I'm not really sure on that. Squirrel. 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 Possum.
Wouldn't be Florida without a
That is
possum.
A big possum. Looks like a belly full of babies, too.
Oh, God. No. Go somewhere
If they had a
else.
fluffy tail, they'd be a lot cuter. So the problem when you get an area that a squirrel likes is they're there 100 times a day, every day. So we'll probably see the squirrel over and over and over. Oh, boy.
It's Mrs. Claus band.
Woo! Oh, there's an armadillo that scared the raccoons. Let's see if we can watch that one over again. So the middle, this raccoon ends up getting scared by an armadillo off in the distance. The other one just casually walks on like, you're such a wuss.
I'm going to eat that armadillo.
Yeah, it might have happened. I'm not sure.
Armadillo in the half shell.
Oh, man.
Oh, now we're brave.
Yeah, two tough guys. And then, of course, we're going to mess with the camera.
Raccoons are like miniature bears when it comes to that kind of stuff.
And then we've got squirrel. Oh, in the middle of the day. No, this is a raccoon.
Really?
Yeah, in the middle of the day, though. That's weird.
That
like
is weird.
2 p.m. We've
There's just
seen
nobody back there, though, so I guess
Yeah.
they feel safe.
We've seen one walking around out in the Pretty House field, too. Oh,
Somebody just said, good Lord, there's a lot going on out there at night.
oh, there's the mower. Okay. Good grief. I'm glad I didn't run over my camera. And more raccoons. So they're looking for free food out in rehab. Oh, here's the armadillo. This was a lot more than the last time.
Yeah. Did you set it differently than the last time?
Last time I set it to picture, and this is video, so it might be just a little bit more sensitive on taking videos. This one I don't know why it got set off because there was nothing there.
I think he was mowing down at the very end of the field. I thought I saw something go across the end of the cage.
Oh, well, that's not a bobcat. Oh, here we go. Squirrel Wars. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. This looks like probably the possum again. Possums usually go on the same track every single night. Looks like he's found something tasty in the dirt there. So I think next time I set this camera up, I might set it up along the road we take our golf carts on. Just so it's on a little bit bigger area.
Is there a reason you don't set it back there by summer? Seems like a lot of these animals would try to stay away from her.
By winter?
I'm sorry, winter. I got too many season names here.
Well, I was going to set it up on the road, and then the other thing I was going to do is set up facing down the back side of all the enclosures. And it looks like this is probably all
Squirrel
we got.
Olympics.
Squirrel. And then there's my leg. So no bobcats, but definitely really interesting raccoon wars.
Yeah.
With the armadillo. There we go. It's just so great. And to see the follow-up in the same clip of them going there and the armadillo running this way.
You should send that or create a reel out of it in portrait mode for Luana and Deb.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
And that's it for this week.
We're not going to look at what Winter did?
Oh, that's going to be probably 2,000 different video clips that is going to take forever to sort through, but we could pop one in there.
Yeah.
I get a lot of false triggers on her camera. Let's see. This was us setting things up. Here looks like... Oh, can I play this? This is a different video format, so a different program to open it.
It has audio.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Did the other ones have audio?
Yeah, it's just no bird sounds at the moment.
I'm going to get that stuff. I'm going to get it.
So this looks like the day we set them up. So she's sniffing all the new stuff that we put in. We put catnip on the ground. And
Seems like she's mostly smelling you guys on the camera.
she does always do that afterwards. We get a lot of her extreme close-ups. So that pink ball she just went up and sniffed is full of catnip. Let's see. It's a really good side view of her so we can see her body condition. Ooh, going up to the bed. I probably need to set the camera to take longer video clips. I just try to make it last a week. I haven't seen her play with the track toy yet, which I'm hoping that we get something on here of her doing that. Oh, here we go. She looks like she's playing over here under the scratching post.
I keep trying to follow her.
Yeah.
She's going off the screen.
Oops. God, I keep hitting the wrong button. Let's see.
That is precious. You're so precious, Winner.
Ooh, get the ball. So this is the first time I've seen her play with this toy, and it's been in there for probably 2 weeks, I think.
I'm glad you got your camera date thing set. The other day I saw some film you took just in the last couple of days, and it was like dated 2011.
Yeah. I try to always make sure and go through all the settings, but that one got missed that particular time. This is actually Tigre's favorite toy at home. She has the same exact one. So, we'll see what this one is. And then the rest you're just going to have to wait for till her next video comes out.
She does look good. Oh, oh, you're killing me. I love it. Thank you so much for that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
See you later.
Bye.